Welcome to No Brains, No Attic Podcast, episode 258. We're back here in the studio for yet another episode. We're damn glad to be here. Happy to do it. Name's Jordan Weichel. Going to be your host today. As always, across from me, confidant, co-host, fellow comedian, longtime friend. They call him Matt Cleary. Matt, welcome back. How are we doing today?
Bogged down a little bit. Had a big lunch.
I had lasagna for breakfast today, so... You start the carb load early. It's more like a carb bloat. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping it was leftover lasagna and you weren't just like firing up a lasagna you made.
Do you think I made lasagna?
At like 8:30 in the morning, just throwing it in the oven?
I'm extremely flattered that you think I made the lasagna, but I did not. It was leftover lasagna. Okay. Had a little bit of a rough morning. And, you know, there's other way more unhealthy ways that I could just cope with my anger and just being frustrated. But I've learned lately I've just been like eating food, and that's not the worst thing in the world.
So you could do something way more destructive.
Black tar heroin.
Yeah.
I had a rough morning.
I went and bought drugs.
Let's tie one off.
Tie one off or on?
Well, I think you tie off when you do heroin. Is that what I meant?
But then when you do the actual heroin...
I mean, we could go through all sorts of sayings that they just have really any meaning.
Like double up or double down?
On the way in today, I was thinking of like, when did we decide that like every piece of genitalia just meant something negative? You're a dick. You're an asshole. You're a pussy.
That's a good point.
Your boobs are huge. That's positive.
Yeah, or if you call a dude a boob, it means he's kind of a moron.
Yeah. So when did we...
If you call a girl a boob, it just means...
But then if you got a pair of balls, that means...
That's good. Then we come back to good.
It's really confusing.
Is there any way to spin a word for asshole being good?
Yeah. No. No.
Cornhole?
Chili hole. Yeah, you pierce your cock, you're weird. You pierce your vagina, you're a freak. I don't get it.
Can you pierce your vagina?
The clitoris, I believe,
okay.
If we really want to get into that. But I thought, if anything, you wouldn't know that you could pierce your penis.
Yeah, I learned that from Tiger King.
Does he do that?
Yeah, he has a Johnny Appleseed or whatever you call it. What do you call it? It's a Prince Edward Island or something.
I'm not going to Google that. We're not going to... I should be producing, but we're just going to avoid that.
You last week Googled penis enlargement surgery.
It was the week prior.
Okay, that was way off.
Get your weeks correct.
That was way off. What else we got on the docket for housekeeping?
I can't believe it's already 258 episodes.
Yeah, it's nuts. I was thinking about it. Someone was like... I've been going at it strong, or I listen to a million different podcasts. Never finish one. I usually do 10 minutes, then I'm out, and like 64, getting up there, and I was like, that is a lot. And then I was like, wait, we've done like 5 times that.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Who would have just stealing TVs.
Could be anyone.
So last week we were talking about the Speedway Classic that happened between the Braves and the Reds at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we were joking around, what if it got rained out? Bottom of the first inning, full rain out.
Was it?
Yep.
I completely... What day of the week was that?
I think it was on Thursday.
Okay, so it was like July 31st, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, we are recording on August 6th. Happy August.
Where did July go?
Dude, I don't even want to get started. I had fun, and this is clearly an exaggeration, but I think I was drunk for about 95% of July. But realistically, I think it was just like every weekend there was something going on. Yeah. So you get through the week, because that is just the world that we live in now. And then you get to the weekend, you blink. Next thing you know, it's Monday morning, you're just puking in the work toilet. You're just praying for dear life. Your boss doesn't walk in as you're just hurling.
You're staring at the fire alarm, just like, I should just pull it. Do something to get the day off.
Yeah, you're texting friends you haven't talked to in years to call on a bomb threat. Like, what do you need? You say the price, I'll send it your way.
Man, I was thinking stuff to get out of work, like that one guy in, I think it was Alabama, to get out of work. He was like, I'll cause a little flood, and went to where they had this spillway and like just dug out a little bit of it and flooded the entire town under like 3 feet of water.
I don't know. I think, we cracked the code that one day. The best excuse, diarrhea. I mean,
no one's going to say anything like, can you send me a picture of your diarrhea?
What kind is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you get a doctor's note? It's like, it's one of those things that's like borderline. You don't quite have to go to the doctor for, but still shitty enough for people like, oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, a couple, craft beers, and I'm going to be out the next day from, well, you do the math.
Just about anything. But Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, immediately got rained out. People that went to it are really dumb because they went to a place where baseball's not meant to be played. And they were complaining that
What do you mean they're dumb?
They were complaining that their seats were bad.
Okay, I jumped the gun there and I apologize, but I think you're just going to like party.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This would be a perfect game for you and I to go to because like most baseball games I go to, it's like a constant battle of having to get a fresh hot dog, a fresh beer, or take a leak. And like most of the game, you don't even watch. I prefer it on the television because I can be focused. I got no distractions. I could like check the stats on my phone. You got all the help on the screen. This would have been perfect for me and you. Excuse me.
It would have been real fun, but I found out that at NASCAR events, like you can bring in your own food.
What?
So like you can bring in like whatever you want for food. So they don't have real like concessions. Like they sell beer there, obviously.
What was the ruling on this one? The MLB, they're greedy bastards. Did they set up?
Well, no, like Bristol
concessions?
Motor, they kind of did, but like they had your options were
Peanuts,
nachos without cheese, so
chips,
or bunless hot dogs.
Why? Where did the cheese? Did the cheese and bun trucks not make it?
They just didn't plan it, and like they didn't.
What do you mean you didn't plan it? This is baseball. The field was there for a week. What do you mean you didn't plan it? You couldn't go find some cheese and some buns? What the hell are we eating? We're eating chips and bare wieners here.
BYOC, BYOB. Bring your own buns.
I think that's what the gay 90s has every other Wednesday. Don't ask me how I know that, but...
Because you go every other Wednesday.
Well, bring your own buns, and you get plowed in the bathroom.
Yeah, nothing like a good old wobbly H.
You do some poppers and you're ready to go.
And it's funny because a guy hit a home run and this old dude grabbed the ball. And like, I never knew that like speedways were so slanted.
Very.
And they're huge. So this old guy grabs the ball at the bottom of it and goes to throw it into the stands and just winds up and launches it, and it makes it about a quarter of the way up the...
Was it like the throw in the Sandlot when they're like, yeah, throw it in, and just 2 feet in front of them?
That's pretty much what it looked like, and I was like, I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Well, plus the fence, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there the huge fence there?
The fence that like rolls over too, so he's throwing it like 60 yards to get it to the stands.
Because that one Braves player hit 2 home runs there, correct?
Yeah, and I think...
I thought one maybe bounced into the stands.
Yeah,
there
was one stand. I think it was the left field stands were actually pretty close. Like
there
those
was
still
some space.
That would have been like the only seats that would have been decent to get. You're like, I'm right behind home plate, so you're in first row, but you're still 120 feet away from home plate. I still think they should have just put bleachers on the roadway.
I'm still shocked that the Madison Square Garden can't fit a baseball diamond.
I actually did, like, I Googled that, and, like, the AI for it was, like, pretty mean about it. They were like, of course baseball can't be played in Madison Square Garden.
It can't be.
Yeah.
Cannot.
It's like, it barely accommodates basketball. What the fuck are you doing?
Are you fucking retarded? And you respond, I don't know. Do you want me to be fucking retarded?
The guy we had on the podcast, Ben Palmer, that comedian, he made a fake website that was fake AI, And so he'd have people put things in, and then he would just respond to them.
Would he just have to sit there all day?
Pretty much. He just did it for 6 hours. And he would anyone that would type something in, and he would just make up the weirdest response back.
Mm. Yeah, well, the Braves won 4-2.
Yeah,
with the Reds.
The next day.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
See, I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, I think I didn't pay really attention to it. I paid attention to it when it got rained out, and I'm pretty sure I texted you, and I was like, yeah, we totally did this to them, because we were like, it'd be so funny if it got rained out.
That's something you got to think of.
And they tried to really play through it, because it was like a torrential downpour.
What? So did they play a doubleheader?
No, I think they were both off the next day.
Oh, okay.
Which sucks, because they're like, you only get so many off days in
There's
the
no
MLB
way
season.
if it was a Thursday, they weren't off on a Friday. I'll tell you that for free.
Then it was probably on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it was on a Thursday, but I don't know. I don't really care.
Whatever
that much.
day it was.
Yeah.
Who gives a it still shocks me that they only did one game there. Like, that's so much work and effort for one game. And you imagine being the classic people who flew in to watch it, and
it's the same thing with the hockey games, that they're like, yeah, we're gonna do an outdoor hockey game in San Jose, and it's like, and then they're complaining that it's too hot out, and it's like, wow, who could have seen
the
this?
ice is melting.
Who could have seen this one coming? It's 85 degrees there today. Oh shucks, it's like, no wonder they keep doing them in Minnesota and Chicago.
Well, then they do those ones, and it's usually right around New Year's. And it's -15 today. We may have a death on the ice or in the stands.
My buddy said he went to one, and the beer, I think it was at Wrigley, or the one that was in Chicago. I can't remember where they did it. But he said the beers were freezing in the stands.
Well, yeah, I went to a Bears Vikings game at the old TCF Bank Stadium, outdoor one.
Oh, man.
I was in probably it had to have been December. We had to bring a ton of extra clothing, and just warm clothes. And I remember we didn't get the best sleep the night before. I think it was just a mix of way too excited for the game, and alcohol consumption would probably be my best guess if I know us the way we are. So Casey and I didn't get very good sleep. Scott was out like a baby, of course. But so yeah, I remember the next day, we were just barely, usually, you're just sucking them down. But the next day we were just sipping. There was Miller Lite. Ugh. I
got another Miller Lite story later on.
Well, and yeah, so it was so cold out that we were barely even drinking our beers, and at certain points you'd have to check on. You'd be like, "You doing okay? You frozen?" Vikings won.
Tunk, tunk. I didn't realize that football tickets are so expensive. Pro football.
The NFL. You've never been to a game.
No, I've never been, but I saw.
So that's why you wouldn't know.
Everyone gets their season tickets.
You wouldn't understand
from around here, and then they immediately sell them. And it was preseason, $30, and then it was Vikings versus Bears, $475, and I was like, holy shnikes.
Well, a couple things to consider. US Bank Stadium is one of the premier stadiums in the league. Big division rivalry.
That's what but the other one that wasn't a division rivalry was $450 for the game.
Depends on where your seats are as well.
True.
So you can go hit the nosebleeds, or I don't know, you can wait and see if the teams are shitty.
Yeah. But then you also do that, and turns out the teams are good, and then
you're going to be paying a pretty penny.
Yeah. It's more about the experience. It'd be something I want to do one time, but
it's Cubs tickets are kind of more on the expensive side compared to the rest of the league.
The most I paid for a Wrigley ticket is $120.
Not bad.
Yeah. The worst part about it, though, is the 120. That game was probably the drunkest I ever got for a game. So I don't really remember anything past the 6th inning.
Well, you probably paid 120, and then they played at 120, which was just the Cubs special. We're going to play most of our games during the daytime, because back in the day we didn't have lights, so we had to do that. Now we have lights, we're still going to opt for the day games.
You know why they do that?
Because they're the Cubs and they do whatever the fuck they want.
No, it's zoning in that part of Chicago only allows them to have like 15 night games a year.
Zoning?
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
Or like restrictions on like outdoor events. Because it's in a neighborhood that it's so disruptive. It's not like Soldier Field that's like on a pier.
Pierre?
Your name's Pierre? Oh, what movie was I thinking about? Or I brought it up 3 times this week. Oh yeah, Stuck on You.
Yeah.
And I was just cackling at the scene where he's like, I got my first acting gig. And he's like, it's something called Pavlov's Dogs. And then turns out it's a porn parody of it called Pavlov's Dong.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain the story and just did a horrible job at it. And the person I was explaining it to was just like,
yeah, I love how the one dude is a stud and the other dude just like can't even talk to women and he's just banging the chick and they have a curtain in between.
He's like reading a book. He's like, you guys gonna be done soon?
He's just sweating.
They have the weirdest life. Like, or the one guy who like gets his acting job and the other guy tries to go back and be like a hockey goalie and burger chef.
Yeah, he's only taking up half the goal.
Yeah. One of Matt Damon's better movies, I would say.
Dude, I recently, and you know, some listeners, some loyal listeners at that, thank you for being with us today. They may be, you know, rolling over in their graves at this comment, but I consider myself a movie buff. I just watched The Departed entirely for the first time, like this last week.
Even I've seen that one.
Yeah, I've watched it like a few times and never finished it. It's kind of a longer one.
Yeah, I did something similar. I watched, probably in the last year, I watched The Town for the first time.
Oh, fantastic.
So
film.
good.
Is this your copy of Battleship, the book, or mine?
I could have watched such good movies, but I'm like, Pacific Rim just got added to Netflix.
Have you seen the new Snow White? I'm going to have to check it out.
They didn't even use Little People, so I'm boycotting that one.
Yeah, and it was just like
I spent my Sunday and I watched like 5 different documentaries on the murder of John Benet Ramsey.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah. And I watched that one and then I was like, I could watch more. So I watched like a ton of them and then I was getting all different theories. I still have no idea who did it.
I watched Amy Bradley is Missing, and I want to know,
dude,
Amy, if you're listening, I mean, call your parents. Like, wow. We don't care if you're in the sex trafficking world. We will forgive that.
That is...
Are you lesbian or are you not?
Was she putting from the rough or was she not?
I think she's bisexual.
I have a theory.
I don't want to put somebody's. I don't want to put somebody's sexual orientation out there.
You know what I thought happened to Amy Bradley? I thought she was out on her balcony and like a mosquito went in her nose and she sneezed so hard and just fell off the balcony.
So I had a similar theory where she's like, I shouldn't have drank all that tequila.
What if she like went over and then puked, so she's falling to the ocean and then her puke like lands on her?
Well, and then the one police chief was like, the shark will eat part of her, but not all of her. We shouldn't be laughing, but
it's
sad as hell.
Yeah, very sad. I listened to like a podcast on it too, thinking that I would get like more information on it.
Matt, this is a Netflix documentary.
Dude, it was pretty good. I'm saying I was locked in. Usually those 3-parters, I lose interest after the first episode. But I was locked in. If you don't know, Amy Bradley was on a cruise ship and then they got to one of the ports and she was just gone.
Okay, her and her brother, and we're not going to go down too big of a rabbit hole here.
Brother was kind of a piece of shit, right?
I thought he was just fine, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe.
A lot of trauma, Matt. Her and her brother were partying till about 3 in the morning. 4.
Oh, no.
5.
The guy that was in the band, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah. He definitely sold her to some dudes.
Oh, for sure. Like, I love how he agreed to be on the documentary, but he's like, I don't know what happened to her. It's like, okay, you clearly did it.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know. He passed the
Polygraph.
Yeah, the old polygraph.
Yeah, but it was like a Curacao or whatever that country they were in. Curaçao? Whatever country they were in. Their polygraph was probably from like the Cold War. Actually, didn't this happen like during the Cold War?
Yeah. I don't know. I had a friend who went on a cruise, and she's a pretty gal, pretty small and petite, and I just remember thinking of her like, oh my gosh, what would have happened to her? Because it's like scary shit. You and I go on a cruise, we're going to be fine.
If one of us goes missing, they're like, okay, he definitely accidentally fell off the boat, and he's dead. Or he just forgot to get back on the boat.
If we go out on the deck, we're going to have some sort of rope system.
Be like people with cats.
So the best you're going to do is hang yourself. Perhaps by accident.
Perhaps both. Just teetering on a... we'd be like cats, where if you don't want them to run away, but you want them to go outside, you just leash them together.
Stuck on you. I'm just getting plowed.
Why did you say I'm just getting plowed?
You get it. I'm digging myself a very non-deep heterosexual hole right now.
Imagine waking up in the morning, you're pulling on the rope to see where I'm at. It's just empty. You're like, nope, he's dead.
You're gonna have some sort of rope system. I mean, what kind of, and like, it's just so sketchy because it's like that FBI agent lady's on there and they're like, this is in a different country. We can't just roll in there and start questioning people or arresting people. Like, zero jurisdiction whatsoever. And then they made the point where it's like, we're on a cruise ship that is policed by like the security.
Yep.
And the chief is the captain, who are all employees of a company. It's just, that's tough. That's tough. Why is, I mean, international waters is such a interesting thing. Why, I mean, how have we not, like, if it's an American-based cruise ship, like, how is there not at least, like, 2 or 3, like, marshals or so? Like, why in the air is that a thing?
Like, make like the United Nations in charge of it, where they give them, like,
a
small police force that their job. Actually, that wouldn't be a small.
Or if it's like a Jamaican base or whatever country, like, that's coming out of, then be like, well, I'm dealing with the Jamaican police here. The one tried to sell me weed. I bought it, but we don't know what's going to happen next.
It was fentanyl laced.
Yeah.
I had a pretty good night, actually. I don't get the whole cruise ship thing, especially because it's like, oh, there's 12,000 people on this one singular vessel. If that cruise ship somehow ended up in North Dakota, it would be like the 9th biggest town.
Yes. What are your thoughts? I mean, try not to be biased with this Amy Bradley development lately, but are you going on a cruise ever? Are you a for, against? What are your thoughts on ever checking out a cruise?
I want to go on a cruise.
I would probably too. There's going to have to be some things. It's kind of like
I have some stipulations that I need.
Yeah, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like going to like an MLS game. It's like, if I have free tickets, I guess I'll go.
I guess I'll go. Here we go, Galaxy.
If I'm getting a free, and actually that's what happened to them. They won it through their insurance rigmarole.
Imagine that.
So maybe I should pay. Yeah. Maybe I should.
Imagine that insurance company is just like, well, that one could have ended better.
Imagine the insurance payout.
So do you think we're going to give this away next year or no?
Yeah, I think I still would go check one out.
I would need my own room. I would want all-inclusive booze.
Yeah, we're not doing the rope thing. Let's just try our best to not. Yeah. If you're going to puke, like, puke in the toilet, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, and then I watched Pooped Cruise.
If you're going to commit suicide, wait till you get back home. Do it in the privacy of your home.
Who would you rather be? Oh, God. Amy Bradley right now, or one of the passengers on the poop cruise?
I didn't see the poop cruise, but I'm probably going with poop cruise.
Honestly, it's close for me.
I'll have to watch that one next. But anyway, this is housekeeping episode 258. We haven't even started the episode yet in true No Brains, No Headache fashion. I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody out at the Fetchy Foundation Golf Tournament at Apple Creek Country Club the other day. I was out there promoting No Brains, No Headache, doing what I can to help out a charity and as well as promote the brand. So everybody came by the tent. They got a chance to spin the old wheel and followed the podcast. So I appreciate that. Gave away a shitload of T-shirts.
Nice.
I also took a bag of your beer suckers.
Those are expired, so you just poisoned a good amount of people.
They seem to be a big hit. So use those stickers. And then I gave life advice because it's caked on the wheel. Man, I gave life advice was... I should have kept track. Life advice was far and away the most popular one people landed on, and they were all even. They each had 2 slots.
What was your best life advice, and what was your worst?
Well, my worst was probably life's a garden, dig it. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, so I did that one. This was overheard in the bathroom. Somebody told me to use this, and I thought it was pretty deep. If not you, then who? And if not now, then when?
That's pretty good.
And I told that to one guy, and he was just like, what the fuck? He was so confused. It's it means don't waste time. Go seize the opportunity.
That's what.
If you don't, somebody else is going to.
That's what you think you said, but you were just wasted. You're like, if not you, then you. If not now, then now. He just turns around. He's like, what the fuck?
If not you, then me. If not how, then now. I started the day off with a Caesar. I was like, I should probably take it easy. I immediately grabbed a drink from the bar. And I was at hole 1. Tried my first ever transfusion.
I still don't know what those are.
I think you can kind of vary how you make it. Dealer's choice, obviously. But you get a cup with some ice, and then it is... The one I had was ginger ale, maybe a little bit of lemonade or lime juice. I can't remember exactly what she had in there. Some grape juice, and then vodka is your alcohol choice. But I have seen transfusions where it's just ice, vodka, grape juice, and then squeeze a bunch of lemons and then mix all that together.
So transfusion is essentially just a mixed drink with
grape. It's grape juice and vodka with...
Okay. I was always wondering that because I see memes and stuff on the internet. It's after your 12th transfusion, it's a guy driving a golf cart off a cliff.
Yeah, I don't know, it must be the big hot golf drink. I had a couple John Daly's as well. I had to mix in some beers. So
I will say nothing beats on a golf course. I like beers on a golf course, but having a mixed drink with just a ton of ice when it's hot out there.
Oh, it was hot. It was humid.
Nothing better, But
yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came by, and hopefully we'll see you in future years. I appreciate you supporting both the foundation and No Brains, No Headache podcast. Matt, is it time to finally get into episode 258?
Let's do it.
All righty, let's get it on.
Okay, let's party.
I saw the most ridiculous Facebook post of perhaps my life the other day and saved it, and I figured, you know what is the best way to chat about this? It's on the podcast, so this is why I have it. I came up with all of my talking points for this show in one drive, in one 50-minute drive, so you were just all over the road
the whole time.
Rumble strips left and right. This is a post from Selena52 Diner. Not sure how true this is, but it looks pretty legit. Doesn't look too fake. We was a bit shocked earlier today to discover that a guy who goes by the name Jeff,
My name is Jeff,
has apparently been living in our cleaning supply closet for the last 3 or 4 months. Although he couldn't recall just how long it's been for sure. After talking to him, he seemed pretty cool and clearly hasn't been bothering anyone. So we have agreed to let him stay in there until he gets back on his feet. Don't forget about tonight's special. Funyun chili pie with cheese and a scoop of mayo for $13.79 plus tax and gratuity.
I feel like oh god.
Yeah.
Why did they have the guy living in the back room in the background?
So, yeah, the picture is of this Funyun chili pie, which is just a pile of Funyuns with chili over it. I mean, it looks kind of okay, but also looks terrible. And Jeff is just in the cleaning supply closet, sitting on a bucket with his shirt off, gaming. Like, that's what I've always loved about people who, I've fallen on hard times. I'm homeless, but I also have a 65-inch TV and Xbox and an Xbox Live account and buy these games.
A couple things to break down about this post. The fact that he was living in their storage closet for like 3 or 4 months and they didn't know, wild. The fact that they didn't break this up into 2 posts, possibly even wilder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure like how true or real this is. The picture does not look fake at all.
No.
And I love it. And by the looks of the picture, he moved cleaning supplies like out into the restaurant to make room for his fat ass. Yeah, there's just a dirty mop bucket and a bunch of chemicals outside of the room, and he is just stooped up on this upside down bucket. Maybe it's a normal bucket. He's just taking a deuce. I don't know. Can't really tell, but
just has a toilet.
But yeah, that's my ridiculous Facebook post of the day.
That reminds me of I think this was in Massachusetts, I believe. MTA would be I guess it's New York Metro Transit Association. There was 3 employees
MTA
that found a secret room, and they souped it up. They put a TV in it, a futon and a table and a fridge and a microwave, and they were just hanging out in there they would get wasted during work for like hours, and no one could find them because like Grand Central Station's huge, so you're like, well, you can't find 2 or 3 employees.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're probably just somewhere. And when it got found out, they all got promotions.
Actually,
no, they got fired immediately.
That's smart.
But I was like, it's kind of pretty sweet though.
I mean, I've had a job like that in the past where I was like in charge of a crew, and I found, I don't know, not like a janitorial closet, kind of like a mixture of like a utility / supply closet. And they had like these big pipes going across. But if you went in, you kind of went around the corner, these pipes would go across and they'd block your view. But if you just ducked under, there was like still like a whole spot, and like somebody had a chair in there. So yeah, there was definitely a couple of times where I would just like kind of like do my rounds, if you will, and then just dip into this supply closet really quick. And I mean, it wasn't like super comfortable by any means, but I would just sit there and sit on my phone. And I remember one time I came out and everyone's like, "We've been looking all over for you." I was like, "Yeah, I was. Well, you didn't see me. I was over in the girder rotary."
When I worked at the hockey rink, the rule with the lost and found was if it's there a month, you can have it. And so someone lost like this brand new $400 hockey stick. And so my one coworker put it in the lost and found. And then a month later, he's like, "Oh, no one's claimed the stick?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Cool." Goes back into the supply closet behind a furnace, and he's like, "Put it in the lost and found." He's like, "Got myself a new stick." And I was like, "Okay."
God.
Or someone.
What if that person would have come in and been like, "Do you have my hockey stick?" They're like, "Yeah, hold on. Let me go grab it for you." And
the best was someone would be like, "Hey, did someone lose this?" And like 9 times out of 10, if they lost something that was expensive, someone stole it. And our lost and found was just an old garbage can that people would throw actual garbage in too. So it was just like covered in Mountain Dew and shit. So you actually found it in there. It was like, "Oh, this is worthless now."
Oh, I was looking all over for that empty Mountain Dew bottle. Thank goodness I found it.
Or one time some kid put his trombone in the lost and found. He did it himself just because he didn't want to play trombone anymore.
It's one way to do it. The extremes we will do.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Moving on, episode 258.
I decided this year I'm going to get big into the Little League World Series.
Why?
Because I
nothing better to do.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends. One, two, North Dakota I think could go far because they are in the Midwest final, and they've been doing real well, undefeated right now.
Do you take deep pride, so much pride in North Dakota that you're willing to just cheer on the team that you have no ties or connections to besides being from the same state?
I think if I really tried, I could find a connection to this team. It would be a weird one, but I could find it.
And I'm sure like half these kids are probably like Moorhead rejects.
Oh, yeah.
They're like actually from Minnesota.
Oh, for sure. Or it's like Fargo Moorhead area, and it's like, why is every one of the team members from Moorhead? It's like, well, they didn't want to drive to the cities to be on that other team, so
yeah. I mean, I guess it's just when you go from watching a bunch of MLB baseball all summer, and then you go to the Little League World Series. There's a couple magical moments here and there, but
my favorite part of it.
Oh, my favorite. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm jumping the gun. You go ahead.
Mental breakdowns of children is something that I will never get old of watching.
I was gonna say my favorite part of the Little League series is when they just start bawling after a loss.
So great.
Or they like a kid just pops out and it's like later in the game, they're down by a couple. It's like really could have used a hit there. You just watch him go back to the dugout and just.
I love when you see like a second baseman pick up a routine grounder, turn to first, and just airmail it into the stands.
And then he has a mental breakdown.
Yeah, and then they move him to right field, or they just like, head into the dugout. You just hear a gunshot, and they're like, all right, we need a new second baseman.
There must be something can be done.
We're a progressive school system. We don't want to see anybody left behind.
This is their mom and their.
Is that Mr. Gone?
There's always 3 kids on the
Mrs. Gone?
team.
He's on vacation.
There's always I think they carry 12 kids on their team. There's 9 kids that play every single day, and there's 3 kids that's mom's banging the coach. Sometimes at the same time.
Hey Oakley, do you have a dad at home? My mom said he's on vacation. Welcome to the team, son.
There's this movie, I think it's called like The 12th Man or something. I don't know. I see it on TikTok a lot, but this kid's trying out for this Little League team, and he's clearly the best player, but he's new. So they're like, yeah, we should probably give this guy a shot.
So they discriminate.
Yeah, but then they're like, this kid that was on the team last year who sucks. He's like, yeah, but Dylan's dad's letting me put a new deck on his house, so I can't really lose that contract. I bet there's so much of that in Little League baseball.
Well, especially you get to like the Little League World Series level. I mean, they take this stuff.
It's like 3 weeks long.
Yeah, you just have to put your entire world on halt.
And
kids are starting school already.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, as a kid, then it's like, then I definitely want to go to the Little League World Series, so I don't have to start that bullshit.
Miss the first 3 weeks of school. And then I love the international games, too. Because there's always, they never really know where anyone's been born or who.
Oh, and the language barrier is thick.
Oh, yeah. You think it's bad with like the Japanese players in the MLB. Imagine a 12-year-old trying to say to another 12-year-old,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, they get real after it.
Pitch inside again, I'm going to whoop your ass.
My favorite region now is that they combined Europe and Africa into one region.
Really?
Only like one team, so the Polish team made it, and they usually lose like 25-0 in every one of their games. It's great to watch.
To like Ghana?
No, like they won Europe, Africa. So it's whoever comes out
of
the region.
Yeah, it's a whole section of the world.
Yeah, that's 30% of the world's population.
I mean, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. Then you got the Polish kids playing Ghana in the championship.
You're also playing a bunch of kids from Africa who like wore cleats for the first time. They're just covered in blisters.
Shows up in 2 different flip-flops. their best pitcher is missing 2 fingers. Yeah, but I do love the MLB equivalents for the Little League World Series because they're like, that pitch in the MLB would have been 206 miles an hour. And it's like, okay, can we... Like, kids are pitching so fast now. There's one kid that's like 81 miles an hour as a 12-year-old.
That's pretty good. I would not be able to hit that
Or
myself.
one team just rides a pitcher and then he pitches too much. So they're like, all right.
And he cries a lot.
Yeah, they're like, all right, Andrew, we're going to need you for the semifinal game, and then we can get our ace Nash back in there. And Andrew just gives up 12 runs in 2 innings and is just bawling.
Yeah.
I'm so
His
excited.
mom is just walking funny the next day.
Oh, for sure. The next year, he was an 11-year-old, and he has a 3-month-old kid next year at the World Series. The coach has 3 3-month-old kids from the last World Series.
Well, I got to work on the cheering section.
Yeah, but that's all I have. I'm getting big
I
into the
don't
Little League
know
World
why.
Series. If North Dakota is not making a run as the Midwest team, then I think I usually jump on like if there's a
Japan.
Hawaiian or Japan team.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah, Japan's a good one to get on their powerhouse. Well, it is Little League World Series time of the year, but it's also that time of the year school's starting up again. So therefore, we have the sorority dance videos are back, or as you called it, RushTok.
That's what it's called.
I mean, what are our thoughts on that? The choreography that goes into this, if they would just even give the slightest amount of effort to their grades,
Yeah.
I think they'll be doing pretty good.
I don't know if this is just
try to give that amount of effort of choreography into not getting your drinks roofied. I think you're gonna have a good year.
every one I watch. I think I fall in love with every single girl that's in those. At least the 3 girls that are up front. They're always so hot.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw one the other day, and it's just there's so many people that they try to get into this frame, and into the shot, and it's like
Fatty's in the back.
I didn't say it, you did. We were all thinking it. Matt said it, but you're right, and it's like very clearly like
They always just get
Who
missile launchers to be
it's
front
like
3.
who are the hottest like seniors
Yeah.
who had the slightest bit of dance experience in
Yeah.
high school. Who's choreographing these? It's got to be
I'm sure there's like some sort of internet thing you can do where you can like chat GPT a dance routine by now.
I guess I never thought of that. We're going to AI for our dance routines.
I'm sure there's a lot of those girls
I thought
have
they
to be
just-
dancers.
I thought they would just come up with it on their own and like take an old dance.
What
and-
percentage of like those girls at like, University of Georgia sorority are just getting their backs blown out by football players after it?
Probably like 65 plus, I would say.
Hey Candace, can you take a break from letting the O line take turns on you and come dance in this video?
I mean, you got to keep the team happy. What can you do? It's a real doozy out there. So watch out if you're on the socials,
It's taken over.
TikTok, Instagram, probably YouTube now. It's just you got to watch out for the RushTok.
The best ones are very good, but the worst ones I think might be even better. When there's like only 6 of them and it's just like a terrible dance. I like those too.
Yeah, I never really. I mean, I went to a real college where we actually had the choice of sororities and fraternities, and it wasn't my thing.
We had dorms.
Every college has that, Matt.
Oh, okay.
Well, not every college, but most colleges do. You had an on-campus bar that would limit you to 2.
Never went to it.
Yeah, you would just you would just get tanked in your room.
And
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
what was I going to say? Another thing.
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Oh, yeah. One time I helped my friend get into college because he wanted to play hockey, and then I got him into this one school, and then the school closed.
Like you helped him like do the application, or
His grades are fine, but he couldn't get in front of any hockey coaches, so I helped him make a hockey resume, and we sent it out to every single D3 school in the nation. And this one school got back to him, and they were the worst team in the country. and then the school closed.
So how long did that last?
3 years, I think.
Okay, and then they closed.
Yeah, they closed, but I think they let them stick around to like graduate for like a half semester or something. It was real weird.
What has to go into a college closing?
Pretty sure it's similar to like a restaurant closing. It's way easier to close a college than it is to open one. Let's just say that.
Really?
Yeah. I think you could just be like,
Actually, I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I just found out like a few weeks ago that my alma mater bulldozed down my old dormitory. So once I found that news out, I was a little sad.
should have sold off.
I mean, I was only there for a semester, but
you know, ties run deep.
had some good memories in that. Remember one time we were like pre-gaming at the dorms, and like we really didn't have like parties at our dorm in particular. We usually went to parties.
Yeah.
Not much for dorm parties. But we were right next to the RA, and so couldn't really smoke weed in there, which sucked. But
Did you still do it?
no, because the cops would show up, you would get kicked out of school and like charged with possession straight up. So
Damn.
yeah, you don't want to get caught
In my
doing
fake
that. You just
school,
go
they-
to the car. It's
Yeah.
not that difficult. But
I don't think they did that at my fake school.
one time, the pregame, we had a couple people over, and a couple more people, and I remember it was like the tiniest dorm in the entire floor, like smaller than every other room, and so it was just way too much. We're right next to the RA, had a good record as far as not getting like written up or in trouble with the guy. So I saw this, and I just kind of did the Irish goodbye.
In your own room?
Yeah, I left my roommate there just to handle that, and I remember just kind of like slowly dipped out. Nobody really noticed me, and then I went to my bike that I stole.
It was a ride share.
It was a ride share bike that
A one-sided
you just
ride
have
share.
to lift up the bike thing and then take the bike lock off. But it was unwritten that you bring it back when you're done.
I feel like it's unwritten on one side of it, and then there's the guy whose bike it
It's
actually
like, "Who keeps
is.
stealing my fucking
It's like,
bike?"
who the fuck's stealing my bike?
It's a sick bike.
And it's Jordan just one-eyeing it
Yeah.
on his way home.
And then I went over to a party, and then like a little bit later, everybody showed up there, and my roommate was like, "Where the fuck did you go?" And I was like, "What?"
Diarrhea?
Yeah, that diarrhea. I had to get out of there. The excuse works for anything.
My old dorm, I ran into this guy that does black mold removal, and he was like, "Oh, we removed a ton of black mold from this dorm out there," and I was like, "That was where I stayed."
That was my room.
Yeah, it was probably from when I put a hot tub in there.
But it was probably from one of the several times that we just projectile vomited all over.
Yeah, there was a lot.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah, that was tough. Especially because it was like 8 a.m. You guys want a shotgun a beer? No.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Okay, the 8 a.m. shotgun is cool on like a Saturday game day, or maybe a Friday or like vacation, but on like a Sunday after a weekend of party, it's like, no. How did you get in
The
here?
worst part, the worst part about it is you had these things that were like looked like a beer bottle top that you put on it.
Yeah.
And had a straw that went down, and then you'd like hold it,
Yeah.
and then
it
so the
just-
straw gets, and then it would like funnel, but it would just make so much foam in the whole thing. So he shotguns this beer, and then he's like one burp, and he's like, "Wow, that was a lot of." And I'm not kidding. Vomit went 12 feet across my room.
What a real sack of shit.
Dude, I didn't even know what to do. I'm pretty sure I just got up, grabbed my keys, drove to my mom's house,
You
and
just
then just
left for the
yeah,
day.
it's just like
I'm not dealing with this.
yeah, I can't.
Honestly, if I was in that position, I would have done that like every weekend, where it's like get wasted in the dorm, and then the moment I wake up the next morning, it's just like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this.
That's pretty much what I did on Sundays, because those bathrooms, like I explained a couple episodes ago, but like we also had 2 big couches in my dorm room, so I'd wake up, not have my contacts in. I'd look over and I'd just see two blobs sleeping on. It was probably you and freaking Melon. I would just see two blobs, two Bobs sleeping on my couch.
Robert, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, that was fun.
Moving on, episode 258.
Yeah, yesterday I flew on a private plane.
Okay, and how was that? The old PJ?
So on the way there, this is like real early in the morning, and I'm sitting there. It's a nice plane, but not super nice.
Yeah.
And I sit on the plane, and he's like, there's a bathroom back there. I wouldn't recommend using it. And then he sits down, and my stomach just goes, oh! I'm like, I have to shit.
Was it one of those that it looks like an oxygen mask, but you just put your dong in there? And it
No,
just
it was like a padded cushion that you'd lift up, and you'd have to like close this sliding door. It's like an extra seat in there. And so it's like, unless it's an emergency. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to
tough it out.
Yeah, and I was trying to do everything. I like downloaded the Johnny Manziel documentary on Netflix, and I was like, can't look at my phone. That reminds me of poop.
The Browns.
I'm trying to listen to a podcast, and it'll be like, someone will be like, yeah, I had a real stomach ache, and I was like, that's not good either. So I'm literally just head pressed up against the window, just like, don't poop, don't poop, don't poop. And it was like an hour and a half flight. Get there, get off, and I'm like, I'll run to the bathroom real quick, just nonchalantly, and just horse pile.
You gotta use the bathroom real quick. You're just sprinting on the tarmac.
Yeah,
you can't go over there.
And then on the way back, I was like, okay, well, I finally got all that out of the system. And he's like, we didn't eat lunch or anything. He's like, by the way, there's a cooler in the back. Help yourself. And I was like, cool. I don't know, like water, maybe a DC or something. And I open it. There's 6 beers in there. And I'm like, they're Miller Lights.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, you know what? I got a plan. I haven't eaten anything today. I'm going to chug one as fast as possible.
Yep.
So then I don't taste it.
Yep.
And then
Effective.
so I drank like 3 or 4 pounders on the hour flight, which was terrifying because we had to like go around a storm and then get super low to like come underneath the storm to land. And we descended so fast that all my empty beers on the side were like pressurized and like crunched together. And I was like, we're going to die.
Too bad he didn't,
yeah,
you know?
Imagine dying and the last thing I had to drink was a Miller Lite.
The beer's beer, you know?
Do you want a Miller Lite right now?
No.
Okay. The beer is not beer.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. But it was, flying private, albeit fun. Not as comfortable as I thought it was going to be, especially when you have to shit the entire flight there.
Was it just you and one other person and the pilot or whatever the crew?
Yeah, shout out Artie, the pilot.
Artie.
Yeah, brought it in, brought it up, bag it in. Good to go.
So were you just there for a few hours and he came back?
Pretty much, yeah.
And then you drank Miller Lights?
Yeah. Yeah, anything, help yourself in the cooler.
So you had, you said you had 4 of the 6?
Yeah.
Did the other person have any?
Yeah, they had 2.
Okay, good math. Was the other person okay with you drinking a majority? Or were you just...
slower, so I saw the cooler first.
Did you have to pee?
No, I don't have to pee. I can hold my pee like a camel. I can barely hold my shit. I hold my shit like horses do. I just kind of go when I'm walking around.
That's like, hey, Artie, you got a cork up there by chance? Why?
Open
Don't
the hatch.
ask.
Open the hatch. Just yeah, it was fun.
Well, you got your flying private experience. I have yet to do such a thing. Maybe someday. We'll see. I don't know. I'm really not picky about flights, though. I will just raw dog my way through a commercial flight in the middle seat.
All I say is like, I can
back.
sit here for 2 hours. It's not that bad.
My ass usually kills by the end.
Why?
Mile High Club.
Yeah, I'm just getting plowed.
All right, we're coming up on 60, so we'll wrap it up with our final points here. I absolutely love seeing those videos where people are at rodeos and they bring out people from the crowd, and it's like a contest, and sometimes they're sitting there playing cards, and there's a round table, or sometimes they're in like a hula hoop, so to speak, and it's like you can't step outside of your thing, or sometimes it's just free for all, whoever lasts long.
Those are people from the crowd?
I mean, they don't just like
sign this waiver, get in there.
Well, yeah, but yeah, they're just people who came to the rodeo, and then they release a bull, and then it's like, and this is the most ornery bull ever.
Yeah,
and it's like game on. But I saw a video of it the other day, and it really made me question, our thought process as humans, because as I just explained it, on the surface, like, oh, well, that could be entertaining. That sounds like a pretty decent time. Could be funny. Watch people like run away from the bull. But like I said, these are amateurs, okay? Some of them are clearly like not in any sort of Western style clothing at all, so you can tell they're just like not used to being around livestock, I would assume. I don't want to assume too much, but it's all fine and dandy, and then you see these people and they try to do like juke out the bull,
but they're in the hula hoop, so they actually don't move and just
do the worm.
I love when they get hit and their body just goes boneless and they're just hurling through the air.
Yeah, it's like it's always fun and games if like one person like maybe gets knocked over or whatever. But the one I saw, literally like 5 people were getting absolutely bulldozed by this bull, and then one of them like gets out of the pen, and you can see like just in the background of the video, just people are like waving over paramedics and stuff. And like it gets worse. Like it's funny when the bull like takes out their legs and flips them up in the air, and they do like the full on spin and stuff. It's not great when the bull takes them to the ground and just ground pounds them for a while. And like this just kept like to everybody in this competition, this happened. And then you have the poor bullfighters who are like, especially as a bullfighter, you're like, we should not be putting random people out here. Like I can barely avoid these bulls.
Couple things. First off, there should be a porn parody of the World Series of Poker called the World Series of Porker.
Not sure that came from, but
second off, they should do.
The production team.
Like the poker game they play. I think they should do it on a bigger scale. Like there's 10 tables of 10 people, and everyone. So there's like gonna be some on the outside, a couple on the inside. So everyone draws a number. That's like the seat you get, and then they let like 6 or 7 bulls go. It's like a World Series of Poker.
It's a bad idea. I'll tell you that right now.
Just madhouse.
That's so many. I mean,
$25,000 prize pool.
Yeah, and all that's going to go to your hospital bill.
Do you have health insurance?
Half of that's going to go to your ambulance ride to the hospital.
Here's your winnings. You can just go ahead and sign the check over to the hospital, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like your porn parody idea more than the fucking 10-table poker tournament.
Imagine if I put this mine towards something useful. Jesus, there I go again.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so you know how I love major marketing companies and the work they do. Kind, the granola bar, had a...
Some bread?
Yes, please. They had a rebrand. So Kind granola bars had a rebrand, and they did this big reveal. And essentially, all they did was move the words of Kind up and make the 4 stripes bigger.
Yeah, we got the orange, red, green, and blue stripes.
They didn't reorganize it. They just essentially just moved the stripes down.
And put Kind in there.
Yep. You know how much that probably cost?
Millions.
Minimum just to have the new design is $60,000 to $80,000.
I mean,
plus the all new products, all new advertising stuff, probably millions.
There's gonna be crumbs everywhere, by the way.
Yeah,
but
Crumb City population in the studio.
Well, as a marketing guru myself, I check out when I hear about a rebrand, and I don't know, it just sounds like the biggest nightmare and like the biggest headache in the world. To like, this one isn't that bad. They just kind of like repositioned a few things. But imagine if I don't know, let's just say like a network came to us and said, "Hey, we like your show, but No Brains, No Headache just isn't going to work." I think it's one of the best names out there.
No
podcast.
No headaches, no brains.
Yeah, we're gonna change it to No Headaches, No Brains, and
no Brian's, like I spell it a lot.
I mean, just think about the headache that would be. Mm-hmm. You have to go through, change, even just changing social medias.
Yeah.
Like when I was at the golf tournament and having people follow us, I realized that our Twitter is still at NBNH Podcast. We also have a few jackasses we have to deal with Twitter who thought it'd be cool to have like their handle of like John 567 810, but then their name is No Brains, No Headache. So like when you search that, dipshit comes up. So I'm gonna write some strongly worded direct messages.
We should eat more on the podcast.
I saved this for the end on purpose.
Good call.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. One of my ex-girlfriends, we were on the phone while I was talking, or I was eating, and this was gone on for weeks, and she finally cracked, because I would always call her like at the end of the day as I was eating supper. She goes, "Just so you know, I can hear your lips smacking every time you eat on the phone." I was like, "Oh,
yeah, I can hear your lips smacking, and I'm not talking about your mouth."
Yeah, nice, nice. That was actually pretty good.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's see. Show September 13th at the Bell Mayhoose. If you want to come see myself, Jordan, John Kennedy, Samson Hurley, Dave Standel, we'll all be there.
It's going to be a good one.
Yep. And then you can follow us on social media. Just search No Brains, No Headache on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
YouTube is what we're pushing right now.
400 subscribers.
And I mean, if you say, "Hey, these guys are morons," you're onto something for sure. But Matt has done a real dandy on Instagram, up to 34.7 thousand followers. Why not join us? Be one of them. I mean, some of our best material probably goes on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I would say those are the top three. I think I'm going to try to give the old Twitter a revamp here. So I come up with good tweets, and they're clearly not that good because my usual three people like them. Shout out Zach,
Bobby,
Matt, and Bobby.
Yeah. Those are my three go-tos.
Yeah, so they like them, but I just think they're the most clever thing in the world. So I don't know, maybe I just got to get in front of more people. But
chuckling to myself as I'm writing. This is gonna be good. A lot of times Jordan will text me something and then he'll tweet the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I follow you on Twitter.
And then that night at open mic night, I'll tell the same joke. I do a quick three-fer. Like if I ever...
It's kind of like when on Friday Night Lights when Riggins goes up and he's like, "How about Saracen banging the coach's daughter?" And no one laughs.
You were there last week at open mic. I had a real doozy of a set, but there was one person in the crowd that's a good friend, an old friend. He was just dying, and I'm like, you know what? As long as he's having a good time, who really cares? But yeah, check us out on socials. And then Saturday, September 13th is our next show. We'd appreciate if you came by. All sorts of tickets for sale. Bill Mayhoose, flying in a comedian from New York City. We haven't had a No Brains, No Headache production in a while, so we're going to be excited to get back to it. We're going to be refreshed. Some new jokes, new comedians. We're going to have a great time. Thank you so much for listening. Next up, we have episode 259.
You're watching Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Good evening, San Diego. I'm Veronica Corningstone. Tits McGee is on vacation.